When's the last time you rage quit? If you know anything about Final Fantasy, you've heard of Final Fantasy VII. What you might not know is there are optional bosses in Final Fantasy VII. They are weapons, what they call weapons. These are really powerful, kind of like kaiju monsters. There are two of them. One is Emerald and one is Ruby. And these are super, super powerful weapons that make you want to tear your hair out because they are so damn difficult. One of them is out in the desert, and this one has a lot of HP, does massive damage, and can eliminate your characters from your party permanently for that battle, and it drives you insane. The other is in the water, and it has literally 1,000,000 HP. And you're like, what the hell are you supposed to do in that scenario? And you just try and you grind and you grind and you grind and you level up all your material and you get all this stuff, and you still lose. I rage quit so many times in that game.
Everyone knows that the Souls series, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, yada yada, are known for being super difficult. And recently Dark Souls 3 came out, and I, for some reason, decided to put myself through the torture of playing through that game. And there is a secret zone in that game called Archdragon Peak. And not only is the first boss this giant gauntlet where you fight a gigantic smog-sized dragon at the end of it, there's this bonus boss called the Nameless King. I'll have a name for him. His name is Apple. And he is this king that looks like, what's the name? Blanca from Street Fighter. Well, not really. He's not green, but he has like this long, majestic, flowing hair. You fight him in the sky on this ground made of wind. He rides a dragon. The first part of the boss fight is killing said dragon, and you know, that's super easy. But then the second part of the fight is he goes Super Saiyan and will just two-shot you and lets you dodge him perfectly. Needless to say, I'm not good enough at this game to beat him, so I had to summon people to help me. And this boss is so hard, and the area is pretty well-known secret. Unless you look on the internet or you have the guide, you have no idea how to get there. And so there is a much higher demand for help than there is a supply of help. And no matter who I summoned, it would take probably 30 minutes to finally get someone to my game, and then he would die immediately before we made it to the second phase of the fight. It took probably a solid 10 hours of summoning people, and I had to summon 2 extra people to help me before we finally took down this stupid, stupid boss that I'm sure they've had the most fun making. He makes the final boss look like a chump, and that was the last time I rage quit. And it was probably about 3 nights in a row of rage quitting.
The last time I rage quit was Formula 1 2014. I was racing in the Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi, or Abu Dubai, or however you pronounce it. And I was on the very last lap, and some little squat named, what's his name? Lewis Hamilton hit me on the second to last corner, and I gave my screen the finger, and I Alt F4'd, and I got out of there, and I haven't touched the game since, and that was like a year ago. I just haven't touched it since. Because to win a race in this game, you have to put hours of your life into it, and I had the steering wheel, which I need to return to you, and everything, and it takes hours and hours and hours just to memorize a course, just to do it correctly, and then this little asshole comes and just knocks you into the corner, and you spin out, and I'm done. I hated it. I don't want to do this anymore.
So back in November, I picked up Rocket League. Life hasn't been the same since, and I don't know why. I have this addictive personality, and I will be losing and just have to keep playing. And then I'm like, I can't quit playing on a win, I can't quit playing on a lose, and so I just keep playing and over. And so anyhow, once in a while, I get into a losing streak. We've got a few of our friends that play together, and they've kind of been privy to this. When we're on Discord, we'll be chatting, and suddenly I'll just get quiet, and they might hear a slam on the table. And usually it's because the people that I play with occasionally don't make really awesome decisions, I feel like. But you know, it's one of those things, like, you know, I've got a lot of hours in the game, and I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing, and just sometimes people just, I don't know, they just bring out the worst in me. And so, yeah, I've definitely broken a controller because of a stolen shot in Rocket League.
Okay, so if anyone knows anything about Final Fantasy, you know what Dark Souls 3 is. And there's this boss. Okay.
What did you angle down on my crotch?
No, I was looking at your hands right here, like this.
Oh, okay.